Hi everybody, it's Blake again with Northwinds Wilderness School. I just want to take a minute to talk to you right now. I apologize for my amazing double chin. I had to shave my beard off for work, but don't worry, it'll be back. The world's kind of weird right now. I think that we all feel that. Regardless of what your thoughts about this virus and about this lockdown and about all these measures that are being taken are, the fact of the matter is that these measures are being taken. And the fact of the matter is that there is a virus that is getting people sick and it's killing people. And a lot of people are scared. A lot of things in this time are uncertain. And a lot of us, myself included, don't really know what's going to happen. We don't really know what the next steps are going to be or what the immediate or far future look like. The only thing that's certain right now is that we don't know what's happening. And I wrote an article last month or earlier this month that sort of laid out kind of my thoughts about not the virus. I'm not going to say anything about that because I don't know enough to say anything about it, but about socially what's happening right now. People are feeling very isolated and very scared. And I think that while that's natural, it's not particularly productive. A lot of people are sitting at home, they're isolated, they're feeling scared, they're maybe watching a lot of TV, they're maybe drinking a lot, whatever your coping mechanism is. But I wanted to offer another perspective to this whole thing that's happening right now. I want to offer you the idea that we could use this time productively. We could use this time to better ourselves, to better our situation, to set ourselves up for a better future, and for those of us who have children, to help our children sort of take a step into bettering themselves as well. And I think that what I'd like to do is offer you just a few ideas of how you can use this time in a way that's productive or healthy. And the first thing that I want to mention is setting goals for yourself. So, as many of you know, I work in a hospital, so I've been working a lot lately, but one of the goals that I've set for myself is that while we're on this lockdown, I would like to start a hand drill fire every day that I don't work at the hospital. And the way that's been working is I've been getting about 3 hand drill fires a week, which I'm stoked about because I think I did 10 all year last year. And then also, as I'm sure many of you know, we just had a baby 2 days ago. My amazing wife gave birth to a little boy. His name is Ren. He was born on 4/4 of 2020 at 10:10 in the morning, which is kind of awesome. But because we have this brand new baby and because we live so far out in the country, we've been staying with my wife's parents who live almost right in the city. Waiting for the baby to come, having the baby, and now doing all the things that you have to do when you have a brand new baby. And then next week we'll be coming back home. And when we do get back home, my goals will then become to start a hand drill fire every day that I don't work. And also, on those days, to spend some time flint napping, whether it be 5 minutes or 10 minutes or make one pointer blade or an hour, whatever it is that I can spare, as long as I'm getting out and doing it. And when I set these goals, it helps make my future feel a little better because it helps me take a step towards what I want my future to be. What my wife and I are working towards is a fully self-sustaining future where either we will make our living from Northwinds Wilderness School or the Polaris Youth Project or from our Etsy page or from our Patreon page or some combination of those. Or maybe I will keep working at the hospital, but maybe I'll do it part-time and then she can be a stay-at-home mom. And then we'll do Northwinds and Polaris and our Etsy page and our Patreon and our YouTube channel, and I'll work part-time at the hospital. Plus, we hunt and we forage and we garden, and we've been talking about getting goats and chickens. So, many different sources of income to create what we want for the future of our family. But all of that, with the exception of my job at the hospital, is based on primitive living skills, sustainability, and a life closer to nature. So the goals that I'm setting are helping me increase my skill set. They're helping me increase my level of experience to make it easier for me to teach these things. They're also producing video content, social media content, stone blades that I can sell on our Etsy page. So just these two little decisions that I've made to start a hand drill fire every day that I don't work and to do some sort of flint knapping every day that I don't work are creating all these opportunities for me to better my and my family's lives. So I would like to challenge you all to set a goal or two during this time of uncertainty, this time of lockdown or quarantine or stay at home, whatever you want to call it, and share those goals with some people and kind of think about how those goals are going to affect your life or better your life in the future. We're doing the same thing with my daughter. She's got homework to do, she's got art to do, she's got crafts to do. Plus, I've been taking her out on long walks every day, and she has learned that she has a passion for climbing trees and for doing headstands. And she's making amazing progress with both of those things in only a few days. Another thing that you can do for yourself during this time of uncertainty that I feel would be of great benefit to all of us, and it's something you've heard me talk about probably many times. Right now would be a perfect time to start a meditation practice. Start simple. Remember what we've said in the past. Meditation is not some woo-woo psychological Buddhist Hindu. It doesn't need to be anything other than an exercise for your brain. When you do any sort of meditation, you're strengthening your mind in the same way that push-ups strengthen your body. What we're learning to do when we meditate is control our awareness. If you're sitting in traffic and you're so consumed with your day at work or the bills that need to be paid that you don't remember where you are, that all of a sudden you're almost all the way home and you don't remember how you got there, you do not have control of your awareness. And having control of our awareness is a very powerful tool that allows us to set goals, to stick to them, and to sort of take control over the path of our lives. So I'm going to offer you a really simple meditation right now. It's one that I call the pendulum. If you go back, way back to the beginning of our YouTube channel, we have a whole video just about this meditation. And you're going to start by inhaling for a count of 5, holding it for a count of 5, exhaling for a count of 5. Then do the same for a count of 4, count of 3, count of 2, count of 1, count of 2, count of 3, count of 4, count of 5, and you're done. That's your meditation. But while you're doing it, focus all of your awareness, all of your intent on the inhale, the hold, and the exhale. And that's your meditation. It takes 30 seconds, and it sets your mind on a path of awareness and understanding and mindfulness. Another really simple one that I do all the time, is what I call the one breath meditation. Anytime I find myself getting angry or frustrated or on the verge of making a bad decision, I'll stop and I inhale and I hold it for a count of 10 and I exhale. And during that time, I think about the inhale, the hold, and the exhale, and I don't think about anything else, and then I move on with my day. You can make it a 5-second thing, a 10-second thing, a 30-second thing, whatever you want. It's a very powerful tool if you choose to use it. Another suggestion is use this time to create some movement in your life. During this time, I've actually been working on mastering my deep squats. So I realize you can't see this. I'm controlling the camera myself today, so I apologize. But right now, my knees are bent. My weight is back on my heels. My feet are flat on the ground and my hands are out in front of me for balance. This is called a deep squat. It's a very natural way for humans to rest. It's much better on your knees than the forward weighted squat where your knees are out in front of you and your heels are up off the ground. This way, there's no pressure on your knees and it exercises the full range of motion for your hips and your lower back. And I'm not quite to the point where it's comfortable, but I'm getting there. So while I'm practicing my deep squats, Evie, like I said, is practicing her headstands and her tree climbing. Meanwhile, Kirsten, my wife, has been practicing giving birth to our second child, which she's getting very good at. Any sort of movement, any sort of play. Daryl Edwards has a book called Animal Moves that's all about ways to move your body that sort of replicate the motion of animals. There's like a bear crawl and a crab crawl and a duck walk and a crocodile walk. And then he turns all that into both a way of playing, games you can play while doing those movements, and also workout routines where it's like do this movement for this many reps or this movement for this many reps or whatever. You can buy it on Kindle if you like reading on your phone or on your iPad or whatever. Otherwise, the paper book is only like $10 and it's pretty awesome. Adults don't play enough. We take ourselves too seriously. We take our lives too seriously. And it creates stress and it creates tension and it creates low back pain. And I don't like it. And what I find is when I'm playing with my daughter, when we're wrestling or running or climbing, that I feel stripped free of a lot of the tension and a lot of the bullshit that comes with being an adult. And really, those are the times that I'm the happiest. And now that we have this new baby, I'm so excited to get to start this process over with more awareness, to get to go through the process of raising another child from the very beginning with more mindfulness of what our actions are doing, what our words are doing, and how important playing is. That Blue Jay doesn't like what I'm doing right now. So, set goals for yourself. Meditate. Move. Another thing that we've been focused really a lot on lately is our family's nutrition. We have a very, I'm going to say, interesting struggle with nutrition in my family. We typically eat pretty strictly paleo. We eat pretty low carb. But everyone in my family likes beer and we all like pizza and we all like bread. So we have this struggle between I want to eat healthy and I want to put healthy things in my body, but I also like bread and I like pizza and I want to have, 3 beers when I get home from work or whatever your struggle is, whatever it is, that's ours. It's pizza, bread, and beer. So we've been really focusing on how can we structure our nutritional intake in a way that meets our nutritional needs, our weight loss needs, our health needs, but also keeps us happy. I've been listening to Dr. Bill Schindler lately. He's started a movement called the Modern Stone Age Family, and it's kind of like ancestral eating. There's several people out there who talk about nutrition and eating. I'm not going to name them all off. You can do your own research. But I like the idea of eating wild meat and of eating wild fish and of eating wild plants and of gardening our own plants and having chickens where we can get our own eggs and goats where we can get our own milk. But then I also like the idea that if it's Friday or Saturday or it's the 12th of the month or whatever decision we make, that we can go into town and we can get a pizza and we can have a couple of beers with our dinner and we don't have to feel bad about it. Because we shouldn't feel bad about doing things that make us feel good or about things that make us happy. What we should do is find ways to fit those into our lives in a healthy way. Now remember, this video isn't about shaming anyone. It's not about trying to make people feel bad. This video is about helping you have options to make your lives better during this weird quarantine time. The last thing I want to say is, in this time where we're told to socially distance, we're told to stay away from people we love, and we're being told to avoid social gatherings, I have found that it's really important for me to connect with people that I care about. And that's my family, that's my closest friends, that's all of you out there who make it possible for me to continue doing the work that I do. We've been putting out free content on Facebook. We've been trying really hard to keep up with having daily posts and daily live feeds and daily whatever we can come up with to give you folks something to put your attention on that is not this stupid virus or all the politics that are happening in the world right now. We want you to focus on making your life better, on enjoying the time that you're away from work, and on really connecting with your community, with those people that you love, with the people who love you. So please take this time, do some introspection, do some exploration, and do something for yourself, something to make your life the best that it can possibly be. My name is Blake. I'm with North Winds Wilderness School. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you're all healthy. I hope you're all safe. And I love you all. Have a great day.